Hi everyone, I'm Afton from Growing Chefs, and this is my daughter,
Penny!
And today we are going to lead you through lesson 5 of our Growing Chefs spring program at home. Now, in today's lesson, we are going to be talking about food and emotions. We're going to hear from some of our awesome volunteers about how food makes them feel, and we're going to do a fun activity at the end. Now, you won't need anything on hand for this lesson, but you might want to start thinking about what types of vegetables you like to snack on. Should we start? Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's start.
Okay, so let's start by talking about emotions. Can you name the emotions or some of the emotions?
Happy, sad, angry, disgusted, surprised, and worried.
Yeah, I think that covers it. At home, you could probably think of a bunch of other emotions that would all work as well. But I think that's a pretty good list to start with. Can you think of a time when you've eaten a food that's made you feel one of those emotions?
When you have jalapeno peppers, sometimes, depends on what type, if you have a lot or a little, it can make your mouth feel very, very hot, and it can make you feel angry or sad. Or when you suck the juice out of a lemon, it can kind of make you feel tingly. If you really like lemons, it might make you feel happy. It could make you feel surprised because you didn't know lemons would taste so sour.
Yeah, they're very sour. Those are really great examples. So there's a few ways that food can impact our emotions. So food impacts how we feel physically. So usually that means when we eat really good, healthy food, we feel nourished and our body feels good. And that usually makes us feel pretty happy when we feel good. But there's other ways that foods are part of our emotions too. So food can remind us of a person or a place or a thing, and that can make us feel kind of happy or sad. Or a whole bunch of other emotions. A good example of this is if you were to, say, eat some really delicious pineapple when you were on a tropical vacation, and then when you come home, you eat the pineapple, and it reminds you of the vacation, and it makes you feel so good and relaxed, like you're on a tropical beach.
Or, for my example, if your grandpa, maybe he has a garden and he grows sunflowers, when you eat sunflower seeds, kind of makes you feel sad because that's kind of what my grandpa does, and he lives 7 hours away. But it can also make us feel happy because it reminds us of something.
Yeah, so it reminds you of what being in the garden and summertime and visiting.
Mm-hmm.
Those are all things that make us happy.
Or rolling around in the grass.
Or rolling around in the grass. That's a good example too. So another thing is there are some foods that just kind of make us feel a certain way. So for me, an example of that is fresh mint. So I'll grab some fresh mint. I have some here in the kitchen. And we can smell it. And
it makes me feel calm and relaxed.
And can I smell it? And for me, it actually makes me feel energized. I don't really know why it makes me feel like this, but it does.
And there's another way.
What?
Mint, if you can feel it, it's kind of soft, and that can make you feel good. But mint, you can eat it. So here. And to some people, it tastes good and bad, and it can make you feel...
Yeah, well, if you don't like it, it might make you feel kind of disgusted. But if you like it, it would make you feel good. I really like the way mint smells. It makes me feel energized and gives me lots of energy.
I don't really like mint because it kind of has little hairs on it.
Okay. All right, so now that you've heard what foods make us feel emotional, we have a bunch of clips from our Growing Chefs volunteers of how food makes them feel. So enjoy these clips.
Hi, my name is Mary. I am a professional pastry chef, and I want to share this vegetable with you today. This is a spaghetti squash, and we are talking about foods with moods, and when I see a spaghetti squash, I am filled with joy. I love the beautiful color. It's so fun. I love it's a squash that you bake in the oven and it basically turns into spaghetti. It makes me think of being a kid and eating spaghetti squash. And what's special about this squash is that this was shared with me from my auntie and uncle's garden, and that's one of my favorite things about growing food, is sharing it with other people.
This is a carrot. It makes me feel strong.
Hi, my name is Leanne and I really like kiwis. They make me feel excited. Woo! The reason why is because you can either cut them up and eat them, or you can keep the skin on and just take a bite.
Noah and I love oranges and they make us happy. Smile, Noah.
Hello, my name is Leslie, and my favourite vegetable is actually a fruit. It's the tomato, and it makes me happy because it reminds me of rosy red cheeks.
Hi, Cole here. This is Rapini, and Rapini makes me feel grateful because a friend of mine from the farmer's market gave it to me.
Hi. I love asparagus because it makes me feel proud like a queen holding a scepter. I command you to eat asparagus.
And I agree.
My favourite fruit is a tangerine for two reasons. The first one, I love the colour. It's my favourite colour. And number two, they're so much fun when you try to peel them all in one go.
Hi kids, Chef Julie here. What I have in front of me is some lovely fresh basil. I love basil because it reminds me of the summer and it needs lots of hot sun for it to grow.
Apples because they make us energized, right, Mommy?
Yeah, they do.
We love them.
Those were some really great clips. Thank you to all our volunteers for sending them in. I know for us, they made us feel really
happy.
Definitely happy. So now we're going to move along to the last part of our lesson, and we're going to show you a neat activity that you can do at home with a few vegetables that you might have on hand. Now, there's a few really important things about this activity. The first one is that normally we say don't play with your food. In this case, we're going to say it's okay to have a little bit of fun and have a little bit of joy from your food. But since we're going to eat these vegetables after we're working with them, we are going to make sure we wash our hands before we touch them.
And for playing, we're not going to throw them up in the air. We're just going to on the plate.
We're going to arrange them. So our hands are squeaky clean. So this activity is to use some cut up vegetables to make an emotion on your plate. So one thing I do want to mention is that we want to pick vegetables or fruits or whatever it is that you have around the house you're going to use that we enjoy snacking on, because we definitely don't want to waste any food in this activity. We are going to eat it after we make an emotion on our plate. And you can see here that we have some cut up vegetables. This is a cut up piece of pepper. Make sure you ask an adult in your house for help selecting your vegetables and also cutting them up if you need them cut up.
You don't need to do this, but when you're doing it, you don't need to go out and to the store and buy everything. You just want to have the vegetables you have in your house. And since we're going to eat these after the video, if you're going to feel hungry, maybe you could ask your mom or parent or whoever taking care of you if they could cut up some veggies or fruits, and you can make a little thing.
Yeah, do you want to show them how to make an emotion on your plate?
Sure.
Okay.
So we will be using peppers, peas, and cucumbers. So the cucumbers will be the eyes, and I'm going to start with making an angry face. So we'll use these, and whoopsie daisies. Look at that.
He already looks angry. They already look angry.
His nose.
And then his nose. Ooh, he looks angry. How can you change him? Could you change him into a happier emotion?
Yeah, I can go like this and that. And
he looks happy all over.
And then we can make a surprise face. So I'm gonna take these off. So you can take the eyebrows off for this. And if you're kind of like like if you're kind of scared or surprised, and the eyebrows, because they're raised high because they're so surprised.
As you can see, have a little fun, explore some of the emotions, and think about how food makes you feel. And the most important part is, at the end, what do?
Eat them!
We have to eat them. And do they taste good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they taste good. All right, so...
This pea makes me feel happy.
This pepper makes me feel happy. So thank you that's the end of our lesson. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we hope to see you next week.
Bye!
Bye!
What on earth is in this bag? I see, it's a set of lucky leeks. Leeks are really good for you. You can make them into soups, you can grow them here in Vancouver. Some people even believe that they improve the quality of your singing voice. That's right.